soaring now. Giving my soul, I pour it out. Been honest before, what you seeing now. Back when I couldn't afford a house, I used to sleep in the Prius, no heater on site at my campus. Dropped out for a job, I just couldn't manage. Was racking a debt, made it hard to see family. I ran out of panic, I started to grind at the studio. Don't tell my girl I was homeless. Was wasting the time that we could've spent. Too focused, not folding, I'm used to this. I'm not complaining, but shit to get hard, and I know what my worth is. I waited my turn, look at me flourish. I want them to know what they're seeing right now is me beating my curses. I only got one life to live, trying to keep my headspace clear. Been off the meds for the feels, trying to run it up while I'm here. Really, I am what I is. I went and became who they fear. She want me to be someone different. All of this ice in my veins. Lately, it feel like my mind is out of their range. I'm healing to funnel the pain. Let me stop for a minute to see all the shit that we never did think we would see. We was just kids in the cul-de-sac, badass in the class with a giant heart. The memory caught in a photograph. I used to sit on the roof with my daddy, then listen to trains go by. Then later he told me he used to do things to numb out the feel of his brain on fire. Yeah. I'm not really sure what to say, cause the last time I seen him, his sister just passed and I wasn't there, too busy, LA had me tweaking. Addicted to people perception of me, no niggas that cast me as enemy. I used to wish I was current me, I'm excited to see who I'm finna be. I'm ready to grow to a better person, looking back I'm already a better person. If you hate me, then hate me, so be it. First let me give you the reason, ayy. Trying to keep my headspace clear, been off the meds for the feels. Trying to run it up while I'm here. Really, I am who I is. I went and became what they fear. She want me to be someone different. Ayy, yeah. Trying to keep my headspace clear. Been off the meds for the feels. Trying to run it up while I'm here. Really, I am who I is. Yeah. Only got one life to live. Ready for my rise. Going on fast. Going on fast. Going on fast. Ready for my up, nigga. We gonna be alright.
Good evening, guys. Sorry about that. I was hanging out. So many people show up tonight. This is Big Al, Alan Feaster with KO Boxing Breaking News. I told you I'm going to start trying to go live a little bit more to get our community back. Thank you guys for showing up to KO Boxing Breaking News. Again, my name, your host is Alan Feaster right here, guys. So, guys, thank you for your support. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
That's right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Yes.
Also, guys, the live show is for you guys to come by, stop in, make some comments. I'll put the StreamYard link in the comments right now. This will be the StreamYard link at the top of the comments if you would like to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. Click that StreamYard link. We might do a reiteration of some of the things we talked about last night. Hopefully not. We have some brand new stuff to talk about. A little rumor, a little article I read earlier today about ESPN maybe not being involved in boxing no more next year. From what I read in that article, I will just jump into it. What I read in that article is that ESPN, Top Rank Boxing, is maybe going to come over to DAZN next, I think, next spring, next summer, 2025. And then maybe I'll look up the news article here again and repeat it back to you. But from what I read is that they're going to shop around and maybe divide up, maybe show some boxing on 2 or 3 different platforms, not just one platform. They'll still maybe show some boxing on ESPN. No, ESPN is not done. Who a Champ Side or somebody like that said that ESPN is done with boxing. That is not completely true. That's in the news lately. Let me go back here real quick and see if I can pull that up here real quick. Let me find that real quick, guys, and we'll see if we can find that real quick, because I think it's interesting news, and I'm just going off the top of my head. from what it's been. So give me 1 second, guys. See if I can find it. I read it earlier today. Okay. Okay, no, I can't leave that there. I thought maybe I could pull it up. Let's check. I should have brought my other phone. I don't know if I could pull that up real quick right now. I was trying to do that. Let me see. Maybe we'll find it in one of the news articles. Let's check out the news, see what's going on. Maybe it's in the main boxing event. We'll get into the news here tonight. Give me 1 second, guys, as I'm looking for it. Shout out to Steve Penn Music and Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more stopping by last night. Again, guys, we'll get into some of the news here tonight. And also, we have a little bit to talk about as well. We're on Rumble tonight, guys. We are on Facebook. We are on, what else? Twitter or X-Files, and also YouTube as well. But again, guys, that's a StreamYard link to click. Thank you, guys. We'll get into the news tonight. All right, here we go. Again, guys, thank you so much, everybody that has subscribed. We were trying to get back our subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe as well. This is a live show for you guys to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. By hitting the StreamYard link, you can come on live. I'm talking to a few younger up-and-coming professional boxers to get them to come back on to do some interviews as well. That's in the works as well. But keep in mind, I got to work a regular job, guys. So please support this channel. We're not monetized no more because I deleted the channel this last spring and knocked off all our subscribers. But there's the little ticker symbol down below. You guys can donate to Cash App, the $sign KO Boxing Breaking News there at the bottom. That's where you guys can donate to Cash App. Maybe I'll get one of those QR codes and post that up there as well in the future. So let's get into some of the things we're talking about in the headlines. Let's go to let me go back here, guys. Let me find give me 1 second. We're going to be pulling this up. I haven't done this in a while, guys. I'm trying to find all the information. Where is boxing news today? Let's go through here real quick. Give me 1 second, as you guys can still see me. Pull this back up. There we go. Okay, guys, I'm going to go to boxingscene.com. Mario Barrios will target Jaron Ennis after Abel Ramos. Mike Tyson on recent health scare. I lost half my blood. I almost died. Promoter says Jaron. Also, guys, some interesting news on Patrick McDavid PBD podcast. Shout out to Patrick McDavid. Eddie Hearn is over there like 12 hours ago, 13 hours ago, doing an interview with Patrick McDavid. It's going to be pretty interesting. Go check that out as well after we get done here tonight. He's on Patrick McDavid podcast doing an interview. Eddie Hearn is. Let's see. I'm just going through here. It doesn't say anything about learn more stories. Okay. I thought maybe this might be up there. Okay. I don't see it, guys. I should have saved it. Let me find out. I don't see it anywhere. Okay. That's okay, guys. Here we go. All right. We'll skip over that. I was trying to find the ESPN story, but the gist of it is, guys, they're not leaving ESPN Top Rank. Their contract supposedly ends. They're going to renegotiate their contract, blah, blah, blah. And I'll maybe talk about that tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Friday. We'll do the watch party for Jake Paul and Mike Tyson as well Friday night. So bear with me one moment. Let me get a drink here real quick. I was trying to jump around trying to find that news story. Because I've seen Champ's side, somebody like that, saying that ESPN is done with boxing. That's not completely true. They're just Top Rank is going to be shopping around, being on more than one platform, from my understanding. So be looking out for that. We'll talk about that more later. Let's get into the main news here tonight, guys. Give me 1 second. Everybody on Rumble, thank you for being over there in Rumble with us tonight as well. Also on X Spaces, Twitter. You guys remember what that is? Okay, let's go back here. Let's go through some of the headlines. You guys tell me who you guys are watching from tonight. Jake Paul plays the villain, taunts fighters with bets at Tyson presser. Let me scroll down here. This is the main subject. We're going to talk about Tank Davis versus Roach fight. Guys, has been moved again. There's a new fight date, supposedly targeted for March 1st. We'll get into that as well. And Paul versus Tyson, they're saying is a marketing masterpiece that could make Jake Paul millions of dollars. So if you guys got any comments, please type your comments in the comment section. Let me get into this real quick here and pull this up, guys. So here we are. Okay, they're saying in the news about this story. Let's get into it right here. Okay, let's get into it real quick. What they're saying, Paul versus Mike Tyson is the marketing masterpiece that can make Jake millions. Roy Jones Jr. feels that Jake Paul has gotten good, in quote, with all the training he's done in preparation for his fight against Mike Tyson this Friday night, this coming Friday night, which I think is tomorrow night if I didn't lose my track of days. The former world champion Jones Jr. sees that Paul versus Tyson fight is an excellent marketing matchup for Netflix to have a popular social media influence with 27 million Instagram followers and 20 million YouTube subscribers. I don't know if I heard this correctly or not, guys. I think that with being on Netflix Friday night, worldwide, I think maybe 700 and correct me if I'm wrong. I thought they said maybe up to let's use the keyword up to 700 million people will be seeing this fight on Friday night. The former world champion Jones Jr. sees Paul versus Tyson fight excellent marketing scheme, I guess. Jake versus Tyson, a great marketing fight, not a scheme. That's an insane amount of people that Jake can reach out to and create interest in these celebrity level boxing matches. They say Jake, who is 27 years old, picks his opponents wisely, and he may have hit the jackpot with the choice of the 58-year-old Mike Tyson, who looked exhausted and far older than his chronological age during Tuesday's workout ahead of Friday's night's rounder at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. That's where the fight's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that means 7 p.m. our time. Also, guys, they were saying in the media workout, Mike Tyson, and I'm just going off here, they're saying that Mike Tyson looked a little bit winded. When he was talking on doing the interviews, he's out of breath a little bit. So some people don't think that he's really has the cardio conditioning ready for this fight. So tell me what you guys think. Also, if things work out well, Jake will knock out the legend Tyson and continue with hustling many fights to come. He's hoping to lure Canelo Alvarez into fighting him, which would bring in a ton of money. Of course, Jake would stand zero chance of winning that particular fight. They also saying, quote, guys, I think it's a great fight and a great marketing situation as well because a lot of people want to see it, end quote, said Roy Jones Jr. to Fight Hype, talking about Friday's match on Netflix between Iron Mike Tyson and YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul. Also, in quote, he was saying, it's a young lion and an old lion. It's a great situation for them. It gives Jake a chance. With Mike being as old as he is, I think it's a great opportunity for both fighters. But I still think Mike is going to be a little bit too much for Jake. That's what some are saying. So tell me what you think about that. The fans question if this is a real fight. I personally also questioned if this is a real fight or if it's like a WWE wrestling match, if it's a choreographed type of fight. Fans are saying, many fans believe that Jake versus Tyson fight is a scripted event so that the winner is already chosen between them and they'll go out following a professional wrestling type of plan, as I just stated. Seriously, interesting. Come on. Really, come on. Really? Maybe they might have Hulk Hogan or somebody be part of. I don't know. Just joking. The fans believe the scripted winner will be Jake because he's the younger guy, the money person making $40 million from this clash to be the winner. There's more of a future potential with Jake than there is with Mike Tyson, who may be fighting for the very last time. That's what they're saying, guys. Now, there's no limit to the kind of good, clean cash that Jake Paul can make with this side gig of setting up boxing matches when you got that kind of followers Jake has on YouTube and Instagram, as we all know. His fights are a gold mine for Netflix or on pay-per-view when he goes in that direction. So, guys, tell me what you guys think about that in the comment section. Do you think this is going to be a scripted fight? Do you think this is preordained fight? I don't know what you want to call it. But guys, thank you for showing up. Also, guys, hit the like button, especially when we go live or any of the videos that you do watch. That way, the algorithms on YouTube will share this with everyone else. The few people watching from wherever you're watching from, thank you for showing up tonight again. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you again so much. Yes, sir. Hey, let me give you a little round of applause just for fun of it, if I can still do that. I haven't seen these things for a while. I'll give you a short little round of applause. Hey, thanks, guys. Okay, guys. Thanks again. I was just having fun with you, trying to do stuff different, lighten the show up a little bit. Real quick, what else are they talking about? That was one of the things. Let's go back here as well. Hey, we talked about Tank Davis earlier and Lamont Roach. Let's get into that as well. What they're also talking about here, they were saying Davis versus Roach fight moved again. The date has been pushed forward. There is a new fight date targeted for March 1st, guys, between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. And we'll get into that as well here real quick. WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach is now being moved back to March 1st on PBC on Prime Video pay-per-view. Now, boxing insider Keith Idec reports that the new targeted date for the Tank Roach clash is March 1st. Tank, as we all know, is 30 big wins, 0 losses, 28 KOs. Wants the fight to still be staged at the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas, but there's a basketball game scheduled for that night, and they're going to have to look for another destination for this matchup, which keeps getting moved around. Now, PBC will decide whether to find a venue in Texas or move it to where it makes more sense on the East Coast in Baltimore or Washington, D.C. The fan base for Tank Davis and Roach, who has now 25 big wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 10 KOs, are located in that area with this regional level type of fight. So, guys, tell me what you think about that. The possible reasons for the Tank Roach move. These are some of the possible reasons. If you guys have any comments in the comment section, please go ahead and type them in. We'll put your comments on screen. We'll do that for free until we become monetized again. Okay, all comments will be on screen for free at this time. Okay, possible reasons for the Tank Roach move. There's 0 fan interest in the fight. People don't want to see Tank cherry pick another opponent after having done so for a solid 11 years. Fans want to see a 50-50 fight involving Tank, and they've yet to see him in a pick'em match during his career. The next bullet point, they're talking about the need for a strong supporting cast, maybe for the undercard. It takes time to find a solid enough undercard to make fans overlook the poor main event between Tank and the light-hitting Roach. And another thing they're also saying, guys, is additional time might be required to promote it. Choosing the little-known Roach, little-known Roach who wrote this, means it's going to require more time to promote to get fans interested enough to want to pay the $75.99 to order the card on Prime Video pay-per-view. Roach is not a great interview. They say Roach is not a great Little Roach, great interview, and neither is Tank Davis. Neither of these guys possess charisma, which will make it nearly impossible to create enough interest to get fans to order this particular fight. Ideally, PBC should cancel the whole idea of the fight and start over by choosing someone who can possibly beat Tank. I personally think like someone like Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson. No, just name a couple. Okay, guys, but the fans don't want to see this fight because Roach has never beaten any high-level opposition, is a weak puncher, and campaigns at 130, where he's viewed as a paper champion. Now, the Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach fight was originally scheduled for December 14th, but was moved to January. Now it's tentative date scheduled for February 1st. What a mess. Now they're saying maybe March 1st. Also, guys, they say there's no interest in this particular fight. Tell me what you guys think in the comments about this. It's not a fight that the rest of the United States is interested in paying to watch on pay-per-view. They want to see Tank fight quality fighters that have at least a 40% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Exactly. Now, winning not a weak puncher who only gets 1% shot at upsetting Tank Davis. Now, Jamal Herring beat the 29-year-old Roach in 2019, and he has 0 wins over talented opposition. Roach captured his WBA super featherweight belt this past year, beating former Tank knockout victim Hector Garcia by a 12-round split decision on November 25th, 2023. What do you guys think about that? Now, David Benavidez versus David Morrell light heavyweight fight will not be placed on the undercard of the Tank Roach card. That makes sense because that's way too big of a fight to be placed on the undercard of this particular albatross, they're saying, guys. So they say that David Benavidez, David Morrell fight, light heavyweight championship fight, would be a no-go on the undercard at this point. That's what our current news is saying, guys. So also, tell me what you guys think about this as well in the comments section. While I'm waiting for some of your comments, guys, to pop up in the comments section, some of the other comments, some of the other people are leaving. Let me go over there and see if I can do a screen share real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. I haven't done this in a while. I'm using the software with StreamYard. Let me see if I can do it. Okay, presets, share screen. Here we go. We're going to share the screen over. Give me 1 second, guys. We're going to do that real quick for you guys can see the comments as well. There we go. Boxing News 24. It says Cambos. He says in the comments here, it says, left this comment 8 hours ago. Exactly. The bull crap is catching up to them and more fans are waking up. This clearly shows Tank fights are fraud. Exactly. Do I just put a little like on that? I want to agree with that. Yeah, we just put a little thumb there next to it. Combo says as well, he says, is the face of boxing having a hard time selling the fight? A little laughing emojis as well. So also, Rami12 left this comment about 8 hours ago. Such a pointless fight. The only way it would be acceptable is if it was after having already fought one of the other champs, Shakur or Barinicek, or any number one of the top 4 WBA lightweight rankings, Zepeda or Santos. Maybe a little early for Schofield or Cruz, but will still be better than this. But this feels as realistic as Lopez versus Haney happening as well, he says in that comment as well, guys. So there you go. Chili Billy says as well, he's ducking It says he's ducking dates now. he's ducking the dates. He don't even get ready for the fights on those particular dates as well. Peter Vasquez left a comment about 7 hours ago. I hate this fight. The lightweight division is stacked. However, Canelo does the same shit, pulling guys from 2 divisions lower, not one. Pulling, also fighting punching bags like Berlanga, I meant. Sorry, guys. Can't hold it against him. You know, they were saying as well. Come on. Okay, Alberto left this comment about 7 hours ago. He says, I hope Canelo doesn't start jumping off bridges too. Interesting, guys. Okay, we'll stop the screen share right there and we'll move on. What else are they talking about here tonight? Guys, thank you for stopping by. Please hit the like button as well. We'll get into some of the other news. Okay, guys, give me 1 second as we pull this back up. What are they talking about in the main thing, the newest news out there this evening? We're just doing a review tonight of what's happening in the boxing world today. Jake Paul plays the villain, taunts fighters with bets at Tyson presser. This is what they're also saying here real quick. Jake Paul got in the face of Katie Taylor and Bruce Carrington during the press conference today to dare them to bet on Mike Tyson to bet him this Friday. Paul was abusing the less affluent undercard fighters, daring them to bet on him, then taunting them. Came off as a mean-spirited in his interactions with these fighters. Also, Jake Paul was playing the villain role to stir interest in his fight against the 58-year-old Tyson. He challenged the undercard fighters on stage to bet against him winning as well. So, guys, what do you think about that? Also, don't forget, hit the StreamYard link to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. The live show is for you guys to come on live, guys. Okay, Paul is Jake Paul bullying the undercard fighters. First, he asked WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios if he wanted to bet on Tyson, and he declined. Jake said, bullshit, I guess, and it says he walked along the line of fighters on stage until he got to Carrington. Jake Paul says, in quote, how much do you want to bet, end quote. Bruce Carrington also said, in quote, how much do you want to lose, end quote. And then Jake says, in quote, the time I spend taking a shit is how much you make in your whole life. Shut the F up. How much do you want to lose? End quote. Carrington also comes back and says, whatever, end quote. Come on, guys. Jake again comes back and says, we got 1 million here, 1 million here. You guys want to do this? Put your money where your mouth is. I forgot. Katie Taylor over here. How much do you want to bet? I'm not losing, end quote, said Jake. Katie Taylor also says, in her opinion, she says, do you want to bet your purse? End quote. You want to bet all your money. Jake says, let's bet the purse I'm sending out contracts to, end quote. So we go on. What do you guys think about this? That was a low blow by Jake because he's filthy rich to begin with, and he didn't need to talk to Carrington like that. The 27-year-old Carrington has not made a lot of money in his career and is still trying to climb up the rankings at 126 pounds to earn a title shot as well. Now, it's unclear, guys, if Jake was serious about wanting to make some extra cash on top of the $40 million that he's reportedly getting for his 8-rounder against the elderly senior Mike Tyson. Seriously, come on, guys. Really? Come on, guys. This is just crazy. All right. Whoa, who's doing kissing me here tonight? Hearn labels Jake as very average. This is what Eddie Hearn said. Now, again, guys, don't forget to go see Eddie Hearn do an interview a few hours ago with Patrick Big David on PBD podcast. Shout out to Patrick Big David. He's doing a real hell of a good job. Number one, I guess one of the number one shows on YouTube right now. It goes on, he's very average as a fighter and a professional, end quote, said Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn to Valuetainment about Jake Paul. On Valuetainment, that's where Patrick McDavid's at. They're doing the interview. He says about Jake Paul, end quote, As a professional fighter, someone that has dedicated their lives to the sport, most people from the age of 7 or 8, he started boxing at the age of 24. You are average in that field. And he also goes on to say, in quote, I'm a boxing purist. I don't want to see a 58-year-old Tyson fighting. It's dangerous. I don't want to see Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson at the age of 58. Mike Tyson retired from boxing 25 years ago, guys. And when he did, he was completely spent. That was 25 years ago. And he also goes on and quote, Mike Tyson is a former heavyweight champion. The speed, the power. I love to see it. It's on Netflix. And I'd say $10 million, end quote, said Hearn when asked how much Tyson will make for the fight. Well, the other day, guys, I read the other day, we talked about he'll make $20 million. Jake will maybe make $40 million. But Eddie Hearn might be right. It might be, we always hear a high number. It might be a lot lower, 10 million as well. So tell me what you guys think about that story as well. We're going to go through some other headlines. Hit the like button. Most importantly, hit the StreamYard link. Come on live. Hit the StreamYard link to come on live to share your thoughts. I'm not going to keep begging you guys, but hit that as well. It's right there in the comment section, the StreamYard link. And I'm going to go through a few more headlines. If you guys don't come on live to share your thoughts on boxing, it might not stick around very long. Okay, but let's go through some real quick, some more as we go through here, guys. Give me one moment. We pull some more up, see what else we're talking about here tonight as well. That's some of the gist of some of the things happening. The newest news as we just went through. Will Shakur Stevenson his advice hinder Abdullah Mason's star power? They're talking about that as well, but you won't get into that. Why Ramirez versus Balaam Smith won't be the fireworks fans expect. Coming up, it says De La Hoya gives Tyson 3 rounds to KO the YouTuber Paul. Let's get into that real quick since we're talking about that tonight. Promoter Oscar De La Hoya says Mike Tyson needs a knockout within 3 rounds. Most people are saying that for him to have a chance of beating Jake Paul this Friday night. Now, De La Hoya feels that the 58-year-old Tyson will gas out. Many people are feeling that way after 3 rounds and will be at the mercy of the 27-year-old Jake, who has now 10 big wins, 1 loss, 7 KOs, and who can punch a bit for a cruiserweight and is 31 years younger. I think, he's 31 years younger. Oscar thinks that Tyson gas tank will fade after 3 rounds, and he's old as well, has not fought in 19 years and had stamina problems in the last 2 fights of his career in 2004 and 2005. Remember, he fought Roy Jones Jr. in an exhibition fight, guys. Tyson needs a quick knockout. This is what they're talking about. In quote, Mike Tyson has 3 rounds to take care of business. After 3 rounds, that gas tank starts lowering and he started to fade away, end quote, said Oscar De La Hoya to the Stomping Ground show in analyzing the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight on Friday. Also in quote, he says, at his age, it's going to be very difficult if it goes past 3 rounds for Tyson. I think if Tyson lands the right punch in the first 3 rounds, it can be sayonara for Jake Paul. I'll give it to Jake Paul if it goes past 4 rounds, end quote, said Oscar De La Hoya. Now, Tyson can knock out Paul past the 3rd round because he will still have a massive power, speed, and skill advantage no matter how far in the fight it does go, guys. But Paul is not a huge puncher. He's very, very slow. He's below journeyman standards, and Tyson can knock him out if he doesn't gas or suffer any injury during the fight, is what they're saying. It was a bad sign that Tyson was out of breath, as we all talked about minutes after his public workout on Tuesday. He was still huffing and puffing many minutes into the interview. inside the ring, and you could see that he was having difficulty recovering from throwing a handful of punches. He shouldn't have been this tired if his cardio was on point, as we were talking about. Also, Jake Paul's tactics are questioned. End quote. I question his tactics fighting Mike Tyson, who is 58 years old and fighting an ex-basketball player that he can knock out, end quote, said De La Hoya about Jake's strategic cherry picking. Also, end quote, I understand it's entertainment and that he's done an incredible job in marketing himself and picking and choosing the right opponents, end quote, said Oscar. Now, what De La Hoya is failing to take notice of is what Jake Paul's career is all about. It's not about him trying to become a world champion, and definitely not about being a legend as well. This is all about money making, guys, to take advantage of his massive social media following. It's called hero worship, guys. When you have 27 million Instagram followers and Jake does that, he can promote your fights to them. And many of them will purchase that on pay-per-view. And they're not boxing fans, they are Jake followers. And it's a classic example of hero worship, guys. He could sell anything to these people, probably even sell snow to Eskimos. Now, guys, since other sports like the NFL, NBA, NHL require actual talent and are well regulated, the leagues would never permit Jake to join their teams and sell his efforts on pay-per-view, guys. Now, in boxing, however, anyone can set up a fight if they've got the popularity, which Jake has done, or is due to him being an influencer. So, guys, what do you think about this? Type in your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think. Now, Mike Tyson is about as real as it gets for Jake Paul unless he can persuade Canelo Alvarez to fight him. Probably ain't ever going to happen, guys. Jake's brother, Logan Paul, also an influencer, fought retired former world champion Floyd Mayweather on June 6, 2021, making between $5 million and $20 million. But Logan, from what I heard off the record, didn't get paid all of his money, guys. Now, Logan has no intention of becoming a world champion in boxing or a legend. This is all, again, about money, guys. Do you guys think this is all about money? Tell me what your guys' opinion is. Let's go back here to some of the other comments as I'm waiting for your comments, guys. We have also, let me go back here and look real quick. Let's go back here and do a screen share real quick, guys. Give me one moment as we come back here. Okay. We'll do a screen share real quick. Give me one moment, guys. We're going to pull that up. We'll look at the other guys' comments real quick since we're waiting for you guys to make some comments on screen as well. Let's get rid of the StreamYard link. Let's get into the comments. Jay Bird left this comment about 7 hours ago. He says, I don't know much about Jake Paul. I just like that he pisses tulips like Dan Ambrose off, is what he's saying, okay? He just likes his confidence and his attitude, I guess. Oh, man, I can't read a book. That comment's too long, guys. That's like reading a book. You see that? Come on. Okay, well, Chili Billy says 5 hours ago, Haney fought people that brought him belts. You can't pin him on that, I guess, is one of the comments they're saying here. So, guys, tell me what you guys think about these comments here tonight. Tell me what your thoughts are on boxing. Let's go back here real quick as well. See what else they're saying. We'll skip through that. We talked about Davis Roach and Benavidez versus Morrell, light heavyweight fight set for February 1st. Let's talk about David Morrell and also Benavidez. A lot of people love David Benavidez. We'll get into that as well real quick. They're saying David Benavidez will face WBA regular light heavyweight champion David Morrell on February 1st at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The fight will be announced next week, they're saying, guys. Fans are going to be potentially see Benavidez, who is now 29 big wins, 0 losses, 24 KOs, get put in his place by the Cuban talent Morrell, who has 11 big wins, 0 losses, 9 KOs, who possesses more power, hand speed, and overall ability that the Mexican monster, or should I say the Ecuadorian monster. Now, guys, also in quote, on Friday, February at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, there would be the duel between David Benavidez, David Morrell. They could present the event next week in California, said Salvador Rodriguez on X. Now, guys, Morrell's power could wreck Benavidez. What do you guys think about this? We have some comments already. Sorry, guys. I had somebody pop up here. Bruce, Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more stop by. I was trying to answer a couple questions on his trivia questions on the old rock and roll, classic rock back in the day. I remember I loved Deep Purple when Bruce was talking about Deep Purple earlier. Salute, bro. Everybody go subscribe again on my channel, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. If you're not subscribed to Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more on YouTube, go over there and subscribe. He doesn't just talk about boxing. They have music and trivia about music and jazz and smoking it up over there, guys. So go over there and enjoy his show. Okay, so let's get back into the story here. As I had to go type in Bruce's comment. We'll leave Bruce's comment on screen. Benavidez is a favorite for casual boxing fans who aren't familiar with Morrell, but that's because they haven't seen the Cuban star in action. We could see a knockout win for Morrell because Benavidez is aggressive, some say, and he's also very reckless, guys. Styles of fighting puts him in that line of fire with the way he puts up in the front of his as he posts up in the front of his opponents. He gets right in front of them to focus on throwing combinations, they're saying. Now, the massive Benavidez got away with the fighting style when he fought a super middleweight because he was much bigger than his opponents. But still, when you move up to 175 pounds, guys, last summer for his debut in that weight class against Alexander Gavostik, I can't pronounce it, guys, Alexander Javostik, let's try to pronounce his name correctly, he discovered how tough life would be for him. Gavostik was nailing Benavidez with many hard punches, dominating the second half of the fight. And Benavidez was full of excuses after the fight, trying to explain away his high performance, but the fans saw the truth. He's not the same fighter without the size advantage he's been accustomed to having at 168 pounds. There's no word yet on who will be on the undercard, but it may not matter because there's enough interest by the fans in the Benavidez-Morrell fight for the event to do well without a massive undercard. Now, guys, Benavidez must raise his game, that they're saying as well. The last fight for Benavidez against Javostik, if I pronounce his name correctly, showed that he's not the same fighter at 175 pounds, as I said, that he was at 168 pounds. He doesn't have the power. His upper body is skinny, scrawny. Benavidez can't generate power like the big hitters in the light heavyweight division. Now, the best power punchers at 175 pound guys, these are the guys. David Morrell is the king in the power punching. I wouldn't say that. We have him number one. I don't see how that's possible. Number two is Artur Beterbiev, Better Beef. Some people pronounce his name Better Beef, but Artur Beterbiev, that dude is a monster. Okay, number three, Joshua Buatsi. Number four, Anthony Yard. This is what they're saying, guys. Now, the Benavidez-Morrell fight was scheduled for January 25th, but it's being moved a week later, which is a big deal, guys. Whoever emerges as a winner could challenge for the WBC title at some point after the undisputed light heavyweight champion Artur Beterbiev faces Dmitry Bivol in a rematch. How do you guys think about the rematch between those two guys? Bruce, thank you for stopping by, brother. Your comment was on screen. So, guys, Tony, let's go through some other little headlines real quick. We can't read them all, guys, or talk about them all. Okay, I've seen a little quote recently. Everybody's saying that Deontay Wilder should retire from boxing, hang up the gloves. He's done a lot for boxing. Had a successful career. He should hang it up. But Deontay Wilder is not happy about everybody talking that way. He put out a video, I think, on X or somewhere I seen, where he's talking about, hey, you can get knocked down, you can get back up. You guys go watch that video. I wish I would have loaded that video tonight, but I didn't. Deontay Wilder defeats he says he's very not defeat. Deontay Wilder, guys, sorry guys, he's very defiant about everybody talking shit, saying that he should give it up, hang up his gloves, amidst all the criticism and excuses. And we'll get into that a little bit. What he was saying, Deontay Wilder posted a long video. That's a video I was talking about on Instagram today. It was Instagram, they're saying. He won't listen to his critics and suggesting that he should retire. But the former WBC heavyweight champion Wilder, who is now 43 big wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, 42 KOs, turned 39 last month in October and has lost 4 out of his last 5 fights. His last loss, a 5th-round knockout to Zhilei Zhang on June 1st, was an especially embarrassing one, given how he got spun around and flattened in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Now, guys, Wilder is refusing to confront the truth. Come on, seriously. Come on, guys. The truth is, guys. Come on, seriously.
Thank you very much, brother.
Yep, thanks, guys.
Ice cold beer.
Guys, don't forget to go get that. Okay. Earlier this week, Wilder revealed that he had fought with a broken right arm in his losses to Joseph Parker, also Zhang in 2024. Fans didn't believe a word Wilder was saying and saw it as a classic example of a fighter creating excuses, and he tries to keep people from jumping overboard and his sinking ship. Now, Wilder shows, it says Wilder's resume shows, I said resumes, Wilder's resume shows, guys, that he's faced beatable opposition every step of the way up until his match against Tyson Fury in 2018, when he was exposed by basically a British level heavyweight. Deontay made Fury look good, and he had been just as protected as well, they're saying. Wilder, stubborn and defiant. And this is what they're saying in quote, guys. Listen, everyone is going to have an opinion about you. Okay, I think this is what he said during his video. He says, listen, everyone is going to have an opinion about you, but those opinions don't matter. You're going to have life hit you and knock you down, end quote, said Deontay Wilder on Instagram. It's a mindset to keep pushing forward. He also says in quote in his video, I've been through losses way before boxing. I've been through challenges way before I stepped foot in the ring. I've been hit and knocked down way before I put a pair of boxing gloves on. I'm still here because it's the mindset to get back up and keep pushing forward. Another important mission is to get in the ring and do what I was meant to do, end quote, said Deontay Wilder in this video. Now, if Deontay is going to resume his boxing career, he's going to need to do 3 things, they're saying, guys. If he wants to right his ship before it sinks, I guess if he wants to it says here, they say if Deontay is going to resume his career, he's going to need to do 3 things. If he wants to right his ship before she sinks. That didn't make no sense, but these are 3 things he needs to do. They are saying. Deontay Wilder, number 1, fire trainer Malik Scott. That's what they're saying. Number 2, take 4 rebuilding fights first. Okay, number 3, permanently stay away from punchers. That's the 3rd thing he needs to do. So, guys, tell me what you guys think about that in the comments as well. We had Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz stop by tonight. Yeah, but that was a pretty cool video he did. It's probably an inspirational video. I kind of like his attitude about that. We did talk about that as well. What else is happening in the boxing news before I go tonight? Because we've been on almost an hour and nobody showed up to type any comments. But before you go, guys, hit the like. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Teofimo Lopez explodes over Devin Haney fight rumors, false accusations. I think we did talk about that last night for a little bit. Okay, we did. Let's cut that out. Let's go over here real quick, guys, to another boxing outlet source. as well. Let me pull that up. Okay. We're about done here tonight, guys. Unless you guys show up and hit the StreamYard link, come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. There it is on screen. Zepeda versus Stevenson confirmed. If Zepeda beats Farmer, says De La Hoya. Okay, interesting. Also, it's going to be difficult. Shane Mosley doubts Jake Paul's chances against Tyson, Mike Tyson. They talk about that in the headlines. Okay, I think, guys, for tonight, that will be it. I want to thank you guys, unless you come on here last month, going once, going twice, going 3 times. Okay, you guys don't want to come on and share your thoughts on boxing. The live show is for you guys. But we went through some of the basic news here tonight. Also, for the Jake Paul fight on Friday night, we'll try to do a watch party, so keep an eye out for that. Guys, we want to thank you guys again for your support. Please please share this. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and everybody who has, we want to thank you so much as well. I'm back. We're going to line up some interviews as well. So again, remember, guys, right there at the bottom, donate to the channel at Cash App if you'd like to donate real quick to help out with the channel. Let me get rid of that real quick as well, that banner. And also, again, guys, please subscribe, okay? Appreciate it. Okay, guys, tonight, before we go, say goodnight to this pretty lady here, like always. And everybody stop by. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Rambling on. But I hope you enjoyed the show, what we had to share. What I was trying to do is get you guys to come on and share your thoughts. But we did the best we could. We'll catch you guys another night and come on live next time and share your thoughts on boxing. Say goodnight to this pretty lady here, guys. We'll catch you next time.